Hi, welcome back to Easybkitchen. My name is Tim Broxton. Tonight's theme is comfort food. Okay? Tony Joe White must have known what it was like when he came through Georgia, because it's another rainy night in Georgia. After years of drought, here it is, 35 degrees and raining during our winter. So I'm going to take you through something that's going to warm you up and make you feel good. We're going to start here. Our meal is going to be a Buffalo Barley Stew. We're going to start with some bacon or pancetta, and we also have some sunflower oil. We have our marijuana, or other words known as a trinity, and we have carrots, celery, onions, and a little garlic. This is our spice palette tonight. We have caraway seeds, black pepper, white pepper, and salt. We also, for your health, have just a little bit of flaxseed. To give it some more flavor, we've got some fine cognac, beautiful cognac. We've got some red wine. We've got some fresh tomato sauce, homemade. We've got some beautiful beef stock here that's going to tie it all together. And we're going to kick it up a notch with just a little bit of sriracha sauce. And we've also have a little Worcestershire sauce. This is the star of our show, 1 pound of fresh buffalo. Beautiful, right here from the United States. Here we have fresh pearled barley. We got a little pepper runner sauce. And we also have some fresh baby bella mushrooms. Come join us for a rainy night in Georgia for some comforting soul food. Montana Buffalo Barley Stew. Now that you've seen what we're working with, I wanted you to see it also on the board. This is our Montana Buffalo Barley Stew. Come see me at youtube.com, user Easybkitchen, for all these lovely recipes. We're starting with our ingredients. We have spices. I said caraway seed earlier, it's actually fennel seed. 1 teaspoon. We need 1.5 teaspoons of salt, 1 teaspoon of white pepper, and 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. 2 stalks of carrots, 2 stalks of celery, 1 medium onion, 5 cloves of garlic, and a cup of tomato sauce, along with 3/4 cup of mushrooms. In this case, I'm using baby bella. Our grains are going to be 1 cup of pearled barley, and we also have 1 teaspoon of flaxseed for our health. Our meat tonight is the star. 1 pound of buffalo, ground buffalo, fresh right out of Wyoming. 4 strips of bacon. That's going to help flavor our dish and pull it all together. With our alcohol, we have some fine cognac, 1 ounce or a shot. We also have a 1/2 cup of red wine, and our sauces that will further enhance our dish are 1/2 tablespoon Worcestershire sauce, 1 tablespoon pepper sauce, and 1/2 teaspoon of tapatio sauce, or in this case, we're going to use sriracha because that's what we have. Welcome back to Easybkitchen. My name's Tim Broxton. My trusty film man is Drew Hollingsworth. Join us as we take you out west for warmth in this cold, rainy night in Georgia. The first thing we did was render the fat from this bacon. And we're actually going to put this bacon on a plate and cut it up and use it later. The next thing we're going to do is turn our pan up just a bit and throw in our sunflower oil. It's a nice oil. It doesn't have a lot of flavor. The bacon's going to do all our work for us. And you can see we've got a nice bit of oil in there. We're going to leave all those little yum-yums in there and then throw in our marijuana and reserve a bit of our garlic. Once we get our marijuana started, we're going to throw in a little of the pepper, a little of the black pepper, a little of the salt, and our fennel seeds. And this is going to give a nice flavor to it. The fennel seeds are just going to kind of become toasted and smoke. And we just want to caramelize all of this until it's very, very soft. It'll actually turn a kind of brownish in color. If you'll remember the movie Goodfellas, those guys were cutting garlic with a razor blade. I cut my vegetables as thin and small as possible because I want everything to meld together. I don't want big chunks of vegetables in my stew. The smells are incredible. You can totally smell the fennel coming out. This is one of my favorite parts. This is where we add the cognac. We throw our ounce of cognac in. We ignite it, burn off the alcohol, stir it up, and and we're gonna let all of the vegetables ingest all of that cognac, and it's gonna be delicious. This is really reacting well with the fennel, the carrots, the celery, the onions, and the garlic. Stay tuned. This entire kitchen is filled with aroma right now. We've made our vegetables very happy by pouring in our cognac. We're now going to make them happier by pouring in our red wine. We're gonna let this red wine cook down for just a bit. It won't take too long, maybe 10 minutes. The smells, now you can really smell, now that we've added the red wine, you can smell the base and the essence of what this dish is. Look at these vegetables. They couldn't be any happier, and neither could I, because the smell and aroma going through my kitchen is absolutely fantabulous. Right now, I'm going to add the tomatoes. This is fresh tomato sauce. We're gonna let that cook for about 2 or 3 minutes just to let it incorporate properly. Then we're gonna add our stock and the remainder of our ingredients. And here's our barley. Remember guys, barley's just not in beer. It's a beautiful pearled grain, whole grain that is so good for you. We're gonna throw in the remainder of our spices at this point. Stir that around, make all that happy. This is all about love. This is comfort and soul food. We're gonna throw in our barley. We have a cup of barley, and we're gonna take our stock, and we're gonna let this barley cook a bit. And I know you're wondering, well, why hasn't he thrown in the remaining 3 ingredients? Bacon, the buffalo, and the mushrooms. The buffalo will cook very quickly in all of this. The bacon we will reserve for flavor, as we will the mushrooms. We don't want this to be mushroom, buffalo, barley stew. We want this to be Montana buffalo barley stew. All right, that's how we're doing it. All right, our barley's been in for 30 minutes. We're gonna throw the remainder of our hot bacon in. We're gonna throw our fresh mushrooms in. These are baby bellas. And then we're gonna throw in our buffalo, which is the star of the show. We're gonna break it up. Now, if you'll let me tell you the story behind this dish and what was the inspiration. When I was 17 years old, I had my first trip to Jackson Hole, Wyoming. And we had arrived very late because our plane was running behind schedule. And I went to our lodge and asked, was there anything open? And they said no. And I talked to the main chef there who was cleaning up, and he said, I do have a little buffalo barley stew left over. We're gonna throw it out. So I took a bite of it and sat down and chatted with him for quite some time. And was just the most comforting experience I'd had. We arrived late, it was 12:30, there was nothing to eat, the restaurant crew was cleaning up, and he was nice enough to give me some of this dish. So that is the memory I have for this dish. Incredible. Anything worth having takes a lot of work and takes a long time. And I've looked at this dish, I've tasted it, and found that it could use some more stock and probably a little less pepper. So what I'm gonna do is take a little more stock here. I have about a quart of hot stock, and I'm gonna pour that right in. And I'm gonna let this simmer for about 45 minutes, and it is going to turn out to be the loving, soulful dish that it's meant to be. Can't wait to show you the final product. Here it is, it's finally finished. The wait was well worth it, because I'm gonna tell you, right now, I'm smelling the red wine. I'm smelling the cognac. Everything has culminated to this moment. And you can see, this is no soup. This is Montana Buffalo Barley Stew. I've plated it up here, as you can see, with just a little bit of garnish, a little fresh Italian parsley, and a little bit of yellow pepper. Okay, this is just going to add color to the dish. Also added a little bit of the celery leaf. We have some beautiful rustic earthy bread. This is fresh pumpernickel, and I've taken the liberty to spread just a little bit of butter on it. And I'm gonna serve it with a beautiful Malbec. This is an Argentinian wine that will complement this dish unbelievably. I can't wait. I have to taste it now. Everything is absolutely perfect. It is unbelievably savory, perfect for the heart, perfect for comfort, perfect for the weather. It is a cold and rainy night, and I can't think of anything better. I'm Tim Broxton. Join us on our next adventure. Who knows where we're going? See you next time.